almost forgot to switch the camera over. Oh my gosh. All right, I have to figure out I have to figure out how I see the comments. Oh Lord, this is so crazy. All right. I know. I'm trying really hard to see to try and do some stuff because I can't go live for some reason. I'm having a really hard time going live because our internet is just so messed up. So I'm trying to tell somebody that I am live on okay. I'm just going to post this randomly on I'm just going to post this on Facebook really fast and try and figure out how I can see if anybody's even here, if I have comments. I'm like really confused. Okay. Is there a button I need to push? I love this. Okay, how do I go? Y'all, I'm so sorry. If anybody's here, I'm real sorry. But I have so many good things to say tonight. I'm really excited about I'm really excited about this topic. Oh my gosh, I really wish I could see this. I'm just lost. This is so great. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up YouTube and see if I can see there. We'll just see. I mean, surely, right? I should be able to see somewhere if I have like what's going on, content, live. Not seeing it. Okay, I'm doing real good, y'all. I know this is crazy. It's and Mercury's not even retrograde. I know I say that a lot, but I'm just like I don't know what to do here. I'm just real frustrated. Let's see. Can I see my stuff? I don't know how to see if you guys are here. I'm so sorry. I feel like just really kind of dumb here. Okay. So don't know if anybody's here. Can't see like anything. And I don't know how to do it on this platform, and I'm trying a new platform. I also have wig glue on my hand, so that's also fun. Oh, so exciting. I want to talk to you guys about clearing blocks. Now, I hope that everything is coming through. I hope everything is like coming through loud and clear. I wonder if I can do this. Nope, that's not it. So I'm very excited about this topic. I really am. Looking to see, okay, that's weird. Sorry, there's like things flashing up on the screen. Okay, so removing blocks. The thing about it is that we set up a lot of blocks around ourselves for, I only put in one earring, for relationships, for jobs, for opportunities of all kinds, anything that requires an application or a process or an appointment, anything, we can set up blocks for that. We do it all the time. We're just like, okay. We set up things that block us, whether it's stuff from our childhood, stuff from recently, like somebody just casually mentioning like a random comment. So a long time ago, one of my grandmother's friends, when I was in my like teenage, well, it was late teens, early 20s years, and I was being a little bit like kind of crazy with it. I was just being a little nuts. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't like, I wasn't the greatest teenager. I was really messed up. And in my 20s, it was still a healing process. In my 30s, I got better. Lots better. But the thing is, this woman, when I was at a very vulnerable point, she wasn't a nice lady. She really wasn't. I said something about I wanted to be a teacher. And this woman in the coat department at Belk's tells me, well, I think it takes a certain kind of maturity to be a teacher. Really? Really, you heifer? This is what you're saying to me? Yeah. So, I didn't handle that well. I really didn't. I went in a very bad direction. I went in a really negative direction with that. And I didn't become a teacher. At least not immediately. The thing is, it messed me up. It set me back. And it put me in a place of, it really did put me in a place of being, putting up a block that maybe I couldn't be a teacher. Maybe I couldn't do something. And that was not the answer, right? I mean, it really wasn't. That was not the answer. It wasn't something that I should have put a block in. And, sorry. Okay. So the thing is, like, I see things, I see a lot of blocks around people, and I don't always know how to tell them how to remove them. I try my best to put in like some positive feedback, some positive affirmations, something out there that would help, them like remove these blocks, right? But we have blocks around all of these things. Again, anything that requires an application, anything that requires patience or building or working with other people. So apartments, mortgages, schools, internships, businesses, working in a garden, construction of any kind, we can put up blocks around that. Working with other people, in jobs or in groups or at a church or in a community, even hiring employees. All of these things are things that we can definitely put blocks around, and it keeps us from bringing in any kind of prosperity. It inhibits us from having that prosperity, that abundance in that area. And when I say abundance and I'm talking about relationships, obviously I'm talking about love, right? Obviously I'm talking about things like communication and trust, stuff that we need in relationships, right? Opportunities. We can inadvertently add those blocks into the applications as we're filling them out, into all of those kinds of things, and it inhibits us from getting what we truly want, what we're trying to manifest, and we're getting out there doing. Now, I have clients that I can look at and I can see that it's there for them. I can literally see that they can have it. Now, it's not up to me whether they get it or not. I can see that they can have it. And I tell them, I'm like, there's a really good chance that you can get to this place or this relationship or that dream vacation or this apartment or job or whatever, or working together in this group, you can have it. However, if there are blocks there, I can't do anything about those. They have to do it. I can help. I can help a little, okay? So when we look at this, let's just take a look at this. When we start looking at removing blocks, when we start saying, okay, I have a block here, first of all, you have to identify it. And that's not an easy thing. I've got clients right now, like today's Tuesday, and I've already talked to 4 people since Sunday that have blocks, that have blockages. The thing is, they were also helping me identify the blocks that I have. And I do have them. We all do. We all do. But the thing is, we have to identify it. Oh, that's a bite that stings, isn't it? That is a bite that stings when we have blocks that we have to identify. It's unpleasant. So let's talk about that, okay? So one of my clients this week, I take that back. It hasn't been 4 clients this week. It's been 3 because one of them I talked to last week and I've given her homework to do. I know. She has a lot of Capricorn in her chart, so she's really good at following directions and listening to her assignments. So her homework was to go through and do some meditations. We were going to burn some candles. We're going through all of this and we're going to get this done, right? And the thing is, I was like, okay, we need to work on this. We need to get into, we need to get through these issues, okay? So she starts doing these meditations. The first thing I had her do was clear her chakras. Number 1, numero uno, before we even identified anything, before we made that pin, I was like, we've got to clear your chakras, because I talked to you guys a couple of weeks ago about chakras, how sometimes we need some of our chakras to be bigger than others, but we definitely need them cleared and cleansed, not necessarily in balance as of yet, but we definitely need them cleared and cleansed, right? So when we're doing that, when we're clearing and we're cleansing them, it's really important that we're cleansing and clearing our energy centers, our chakras, but we got to do it to our space too. We've got to do it to our home, our work, our car, our bedroom. We spend most of the time that we are in our home, unless you work from home and you're like me, I'm in and out of the house all the time, but we spend most of our time in our homes sleeping. Clear your bedroom. Clear your bedroom. So, clear your car. People always forget to clear their cars. That energy that you picked up at Target, Walmart, Publix, Kroger, whatever, it's following you home. If you got pissed off at somebody in line there, it's following you home. So we need to clear your car as well. All right? This is not difficult and it's not rocket science, okay? So I'm going to go through all this and then I'm going to tell you how to do it, okay? So then I had her, after she cleared her chakras, and by the way, there are some lovely, lovely YouTube videos on how to clear your chakras. I know we don't say her name that much here, but Doreen Virtue, there are some of her CDs have been put onto YouTube. It's Doreen Virtue Chakra Clearing. It's fantastic. It's not very long. It's 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night. How hard is that? When you first wake up, clear your chakras. When you right before you go to sleep, clear your chakras. You know, it's not a huge issue, right? To do that. There are others. Cindy Dale has a lovely set as well. Hers is energy clearing. highly recommend. Love that. But you've picked the one that works for you, okay? Clearing your chakras, very, very important. How about going to a Reiki practitioner? If you don't do Reiki, then go to a Reiki practitioner. Sorry, my eyelashes kind of going a little nuts here. If you don't do Reiki, go to a Reiki practitioner. Do you need one? I know several. Becky at Gypsy Soul Surfer, man, she is fantastic. She is fantastic, and she can do it remotely. Go look her up. She's on Facebook, Gypsy Soul Surfer. Go check her out. Becky's awesome. So that's a fantastic Reiki practitioner, one that I trust, one that I really love. Go check her out. 100%. There are others. If you know somebody, go to your Reiki practitioner. Clear your damn energy. Okay? So, now that we've got our energy cleared, let's start finding some meditations that will help you see your blocks. Let's identify that puppy, right? We need to know where the monster is so that we can keep an eye on that thing. So if we are now like going into meditations where we're just like, let me see this obstacle. This happened to one of my clients. It was on accident. She called me up and she was like, oh my gosh, I know what one of my blocks is. I didn't expect this block to be so subtle. I thought it was going to be something huge or monumental. And she's like, nothing like that happened to me when I was a child. However, she uncovered some things, some subtle things that were said to her as a child, and she has put those blocks into place as an adult woman. Sorry. She's put those blocks into her life. Now, that's pretty typical. It is. I mean, I didn't start teaching. I didn't think I was capable of being a teacher. Let me rephrase that word. I didn't think I was capable of being an instructor of any kind until I was in my 30s. I let that heifer wreck me for almost 20 years. Not quite 20, about 16, but I let that heifer mess me up for that long. That one little sentence that she said, I think it takes a certain amount of maturity to become a teacher. Yeah, it does. I'm sure that her kids and her grandkids were absolutely perfect and extremely awesome individuals at like 20, but I was not. That was not me. That was not my journey. So I'm so sorry, lady. And she transitioned. She's not with us anymore. But the thing is, that sat with me for a really long time. I let it change the course of what I studied in college, both times. And that is something that I really wanted to become, was some sort of instructor. So that's fine. I finally became that and I enjoyed it. It was a delightful time for me. I really did. I enjoyed my work. Now, that took a long time for me to remove that block. And I didn't do it alone. I'm going to tell you, every time I have stepped into that arena, it is because Spirit propelled me into it and forced me into it. Yeah. So there's something right there. But if we have a meditation, if we find some meditations that we like, meditations to help us remove the blocks, there are some on YouTube. If you need them, email me right here. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'm sorry, it's a busy time for me. I mean, when is it not? But me and my client discovered a few of them that are really, really solid, awesome meditations on YouTube for removing obstacles, for removing blocks from our path. And they're really nice. And it helped her to identify per block. So this is something that we could do even in our regular meditations. Just be like, show me my blocks. Show me what is blocking my path from finding someone, finding a partner, starting a business, getting a promotion, getting a house, getting an apartment, buying a new car, whatever this is, getting along with people in my community, whatever this is, like say, show me the blocks that I have towards this thing. I mean, it's that simple. Talk to your guides. When you are in a meditation, your guides are coming with you, okay? Invite your angels in. You have to invite your angels in. You can't, I mean, that's free will. They can't come in unless you ask them. So ask your angels to come in with you. Work on these things. Don't be like me. Yeah. So we've got Reiki. We've got meditations showing you your blocks, working on that, resolving them. You can also work with Ganesh. I had to move him because my cat, let's put that in the plural, my cats were fascinated by him. I love him. So I have him all over the place, all right? Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. How about that? I have, yes, there he is. So I have one up on my altar here. I have one right here. I have a tiny one. Yep. Love the cats. I mean, I do love my cats. I really do. I have a tiny one right here. I have them all over the place. Okay. I even have a small little one on my laptop because remover of obstacles, right? When Mercury goes retrograde, boy howdy, do I activate old boy. I'm like, we don't need all this like confusion and mess happening with electronics in this house, okay? Or in this office. That's not where we need to be. I already have a hard enough time with that. I mean, come on, I'm a Gen Xer. I don't need all this crap. It's not a good idea. I'm not like the millennial Gen Z people that know all this stuff. Yeah, it's a challenge. So anyway, you can work with Ganesh. Call him in. Ask him to come in and work with him. There are meditations around working with Ganesh. Yeah, meditations. So there's that. I love the cats. Now, I have a couple of little spells that I looked up. That's what we're going to call them. They're chants, a little bit of a meditation, and working with candles. So that's another thing. So we've got several things that you can work with: candles, incense, and herbs. The incense is so easy. I have this nice little, oh my gosh, can't wait to show this to you. Okay, you can see I burned down this incense. It's ready to crash. It's all ash, but I'm not going to touch it because it will crash. This is my little incense burner. This is for one of the, like the backflow cones, so that it like goes, the smoke goes like down and it pours into this pool, and you know, it's supposed to like feed the tree of life, whatever. I love it. It was so awesome. And this has like, it even has a little koi in it. Do you see that? Little koi. Love that. So when the incense burns down to ash like that in the cones, I add the ash to my abalone shell that I keep all my smudges in. Yeah. So that's really awesome. I do love that I'm trying not to break this ash. I'm just going to set this back here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Incense. Incense is a fabulous thing. It's not terribly expensive. You can buy it everywhere. I love to burn like frankincense. I love to burn sage. I really like burning like white sage and cedar. Like sometimes there's a mixture, ones that you can get as a mixture. What I've been burning lately is lavender and sandalwood. I've been burning those together because the cone is lavender and the stick is sandalwood. Oh, and I also found lemongrass. I mean, I love this. Lemongrass, so awesome. So anyway, back to this. You can burn that incense just in your daily life. It does help to clear you. Before you even realize it, you're starting to feel better. You're starting to feel energized. You're not carrying around as much. When you are, just to let you know, when you are breaking these barriers, when you're breaking down these obstacles, when you're removing these blocks, this is energy consuming. You are going to be tired. You should probably bring in some incense just to help boost your energy. Yeah. And if you do have animals, please be careful because cats, there's a lot of essential oils and stuff that you can't burn around cats. I know, live and learn, right? So just be careful of that, please. The dogs don't seem to it doesn't seem to bother them as much. I mean, they're just, I don't know. I mean, Jasmine is like in one of her 3 beds in my office. And, I mean, that's pretty much what she does all day. It's just like, you know, move around from bed to bed. So she doesn't really care what I burn, but the cats, it does bother them. Like I can't burn the orange that I love to burn. I can't burn it anymore because it bothers the cats. So not a good thing. Candles. Now, the herbs. Let me cover the herbs really quickly, and then I want to spend some time on the candles. So the herbs are thyme, sage, black pepper, rue, and clove. Those are really fantastic for helping you to remove obstacles, for helping you to like maybe even get into that spiritual or that mental space where you can work through those things. So you can put those in an abalone shell and burn them. I love to do that. I sometimes I just crush them up in my mortar and pestle and just like, you know, sprinkle them over a candle and just let the candle burn with the herbs. I kind of like to do that because I'm lazy. But you can also put them just in an incense burner with a little bit of oil and it'll burn the herbs along with it. Like a carrier oil kind of thing. I do like that because I have some incense burners or some oil burners that the oil sits like on top and the candle sits below, or it's an electric one and it just heats it up. So I just put carrier oil in it, like, you know, almond oil or even olive oil. And then I just put the herbs like all in it and just like burn them that way. Again, I kind of like it. I do that way sometimes, but not when the cats are interested in my stuff because I'm like, really? You're going to turn that over in my office? Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do. So watch your animals. That's all I'm saying. I got some nosy cats. It's crazy. Okay, so back to, thyme, sage, black pepper, rue, and clove. Those are great for that. Candles. Let's get into this. Candles. Black is the best, but white works as well. Okay? Because white is just a apple cider vinegar. Yeah. I was like, applesauce? No. Apple cider vinegar of like candles. It can do anything. And black, yeah, it's same. So it's really, yeah, you can do some major breakthroughs there. So with those, just write on the candle if it's in glass. If it's not, you can write it on a piece of paper and set the candle on top of the piece of paper in something, you know, fireproof, like a little dish or a little candle holder or whatever. But if you can put your candle in something like a glass jar, I have all these wide mouth glass jars that I put candles in all the time. And I also buy candle holders like frequently from the Dollar Tree. Yeah. Just write on the outside of the candle or on a piece of paper that you can put below the candle, below a fireproof dish that you're sitting the candle in, put the piece of paper underneath that, and write, remove obstacles for, and list it out. Or you can write, open the path for me to, and write out what you want your path to be to. I have several other ones. Hang on. You can write, free me from these blocks to prosperity, to love, to fill in the blank, right? Put what it is that you're trying to release the blocks from. You can also write, solve this blank problem. And I don't mean damn problem or anything like that, but you can write just like, solve this money, work, love, whatever problem. You can write that on there. It's not one of my favorites, but I want to give you guys plenty of examples so that you can create your own, okay? And again, please don't go buying a spell on Etsy or Instagram. You can do this all by yourself. You can also write, clear this blank obstacle, this prosperity, work, job, application, whatever it is, obstacle. There are approximately 157 candles out there that you can buy that are called road openers. Yes, one of my favorite companies, Coventry Creations, has like 2 brands under their umbrella, and one of them is called Road Opener. It's a black candle, and I really like their stuff. I think that I think they're made with integrity. I think they're made with good intentions, and they smell fantastic. Love them, love them. In fact, this is one from Coventry Creations. I love the way this smells. It's so super yummy. Oh, what's in this? Oh, frankincense, myrrh, and mugwort. Oh, it smells so good. So this is Coventry Creations. I like them. You can go check them out online. It's just COVENTRYCREATIONS.com. They're fantastic. I do not recommend getting candles mailed to you in the summer. That's a big fat mess for me. Yeah. Okay, next. So we've got candles. Okay, so white works too. Black is best, but it's not the only best. It's basically an opinion. Okay, white works too. Now, here is a quick little one that a little chant, a little incantation, however you want to put this. I got this from Llewellyn. Llewellyn's Spell a Day Witch Calendar. Now, I love Llewellyn's. Oh my gosh. Just like I love this other dude, Scott Cunningham, Magical Aromatherapy. This is a freaking awesome book. This is a freaking awesome book by Scott Cunningham, Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. Yeah, freaking awesome. Amazing. I don't want to oversell it. They're amazing. Yeah. So, but Llewellyn's puts out a calendar every year. And oh my gosh, I can't wait because my 2026 calendars are on their way. Yeah, should be like July 1st-ish. So excited. So anyway, Llewellyn's has a spell a day witch calendar, and this is from them. Her name is Ember Grant, Ember Grant, and hers is to burn a gold or a yellow candle, focus on a clear road towards your destination, visualize anything blocking your way is dissolving harmlessly. So visualize any blocks that you may have dissolving just harmlessly. They're all just going away. They're just being removed from your path. So you've lit a gold or a yellow candle. You're focusing on a clear road towards your destination, and you're visualizing anything blocking your way dissolving harmlessly, and saying, clear the path, pave the way. Nothing keeps success at bay. Clear the path, pave the way. Nothing keeps success at bay. And that is by Ember Grant, Ember-Grant. It is from Llewellyn's Spell a Day Witch Calendar. Yeah. Okay. Now, the last one that I want to tell you guys about comes from thecottagemystic.com. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my... Sorry, hang on. Hold, please. Okay. thecottagemystic.com. So, this is really easy. All you need is some ice in a bowl. That's it. This is what she says. And if you would like, you can also use them as representations of whatever situation you're in to help you focus on your intent. So if she says, for example, if you're waiting on a decision as to whether your offer has been accepted on a house, then you may want to have a door key present or a picture of the house beside the bowl as you perform this. This isn't necessary, but she just likes to have something that could be a visualization if that's like what's happening. So, in the middle of the bowl, place in the middle of the bowl of the space that you'll be working with, wait. Oh, I see what she's saying. Sorry. Place the bowl in the middle of the space you will be working in, along with any items that you have gathered around it. Place ice in the bowl, just a few cubes from an ice tray in the freezer, and just sit down and wrap your hands around the bowl. Meditate on your situation. What exactly is it that you need to get moving? Are there any particular blockages that need to be removed? Or maybe things are just generally moving a bit slow. The ice will represent whatever that blockage or obstacle is, so make sure you really focus on the ice working as a symbolic representative of the issue at hand. And I love the picture that she has illustrated because she has crystals in a bowl, and she has her little statues and stuff and incense around the bowl that she's melting the ice in. And she says, when you feel ready, say, this ice represents your situation. As it melts, so shall that which holds it back. Any blockages shall be removed, and a resolution will come soon. Be gone all that stands in my way. Bring me my answers without delay. I love this. That's basically what's there. And I liked her stuff. It's a fantastic little place. It's thecottagemystic.com. And it's from her weekly blog. And I think you can just Google like the cottage mystic and remove blocks. It was fantastic, and I always like to share other businesses on here. I like to share like other people's websites, so please go check this person out. I really, really like them. I enjoyed that. So these are some things that can remove these blocks, and I'm harping on this right now because now is the time to remove blocks. All right, we've got a new moon in Cancer happening next week, next Wednesday, and I want us to start manifesting and putting out good stuff in this new moon in Cancer, because the moon is in its home sign. The moon is extremely happy. Let's get this done. All right, let's put this good energy out like with that new moon. So let's remove these blocks now. Mars went into Virgo today, so Mars is ready to tackle problems. All right, y'all know Virgo, pain in the butt. Virgo wants to remove problems, okay, wants to fix stuff. So we got Mars and Virgo, baby. Let's get this done. Let's work out these problems. Let's use that Mars and Virgo energy to really remove these problems, to get rid of them once and for all. This is a 9-year in numerology. Let's push these things out. Let's release these things that are no longer serving us so we can all step into our prosperity. All right? New moon in Cancer next Wednesday. I'm serious. I want us to like collectively manifest great things together. And the next day, Mercury goes into Leo. Hello. I mean, Mercury is exalted, in Virgo, but Mercury's pretty happy in Leo. Yeah. I mean, not as happy as being in Gemini and in Virgo, but Mercury is pretty happy in Leo. So again, let's use these energies and like do them right, because the past few days have been crazy. All right, we've had some serious squares in astrology that I have not been fond of. Really not loving it, but they're over. Okay, so we're moving into a better time, and we're definitely moving into a better time now that Mars is helping us out by hanging out in Virgo for a little bit of the time so we can all take care of these problems. I mean, the god of war is an analytical, like, let's break it down Virgo. So yeah, let's do that. Hey April, how are you? Love that. So I really feel like this is a good opportunity. Everything is lining up astrologically. Everything is like in a good position for us to clear these blocks. What is it that you want to do? What is it that's going to help you like pave the way? For me, it's been cleaning out. Now, I like things tidy, and my life has not been tidy lately. It's been a huge, huge mess. And I can't stand it anymore. It's driving me crazy. It would be like Monica from Friends living in a pigsty. It's not working out for me. So it's inhibiting me. So I am cleaning out. I'm like, I can't think about this anymore. I'm just taking stuff to my least favorite place on the planet. I'm taking stuff to the dump. Some things can't even be like sent to Goodwill. Some things can't even be sent to the thrift store. The things that I'm like, I can't do this, I'm taking away. If it can be donated, I'm donating it. But I am taking some time and I'm sending this stuff out. So 2 days this week, well, I am meeting with clients to part of those days, but I'm spending the lion's share of this time cleaning out and getting rid of stuff. And for me, those are physical blocks. that are keeping me from moving forward. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. I mean, y'all probably can see it too, right? Everybody has it in their life. I mean, just like right now, there's just stuff. I mean, the fact that this box isn't closed is really, really irritating me. Okay, I feel better. I'm so weird. But I think this is going to be a great thing. This keeps coming up for people, and I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't think it was just hugely important. This is an important thing. In fact, it's almost mandatory, because Spirit wants us to have the things that we're asking for. Spirit wants us to have bigger and better things than what we're asking for. If we stay open to it, they'll deliver us bigger things than what we think we want. But if we are putting blocks against us and Spirit, against us and what Spirit is trying to bring to us, they can't remove it. They can help us. They can lead us to how we can remove it, but they can't take it away. So that's why I said work with Ganesh. I mean, he is the remover of obstacles, but you got to work with him in order for this to happen. Yeah. So, all right, let me see. What did I cover? Okay, so we're going to clear our chakras. We're going to clear our space, our home, work, car, and bedroom. We're going to look for a Reiki practitioner. And again, Gypsy Soul Surfer, Becky is phenomenal. Love her. Then we can look for some meditations that are like helping us to remove obstacles. But again, they're showing us what our obstacles are. Okay? We can work with Ganesh. We can use incense, herbs, and the herbs are thyme, sage, black pepper, rue, and clove. We can use incense. We can use candles. Candles, black or white. Very optimal here, okay? The little Llewellyn's Spell of the Day Witch Calendar, like little thing that I read, that is using a gold or yellow calendar. Then the spell from the Cottage Mystic. Let me try that again. The COTTAGEMYSTIC.com. And it is the, hang on, hold please. Where is it? There it is. It is a spell to melt and remove obstacles, blockages, and obstacles. Oh, this is from 2021. So it looks like it was June 22nd, 2021 on their blog. I like it. I like it a lot. So there's that. We love that. So check these things out. Let me know how this works out for you. And I gave you guys lots of examples of things to write on the candles to help you remove these blockages. Again, let me know how this works out for you. I want you to put your energy in this. And I really want us to do this for the next few days, because next Wednesday is a new moon in Cancer, and that is going to be a spectacular moon for us to start manifesting in. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love this, I love this, I love this. I am sorry again. I'm going to have to go to Facebook and tell everybody I'm really sorry, because I could not stream to Facebook. I truly am having such a hard time with like the internet, and I'm really having a hard time with some of the platforms that I'm choosing to stream from. So whatever. I mean, you know, it just happens, right? But I was hoping to shift just to YouTube anyway, and I think that I think this is going to work out better, just working on YouTube. But I'm going to go over to Facebook and tell everybody I'm sorry and make sure to get everybody more onto YouTube. Unless I can find out a way to stream to 2 platforms from this streaming service. So, it's me. I know it's me. The streaming service does do more than 1 platform. I'm just old. I'm getting old. And I need to educate myself on the new ways of doing stuff. All right. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you enjoy like removing blocks from your life. And it is important that we do this because there's no way we can move forward with all these blocks in our lives. And I want to remind you again, it's a 9-year in numerology. This is the best time to kick this shit to the curb, and so that we can bring in some new stuff in 2026. Yeah, it's a 1 year, 2026. And I just released, over the weekend, I put out a mid-month check-in with numerology. If you haven't watched those, please go do so and let me know what you think, because I'm working out the kinks with some of the ideas that I have for going forward. Yeah, I know there's a lot of ideas. It's pretty typical of me. I always have a lot of ideas. It's just like too many at once, and then I get choked up, and then nothing happens, and then I have to go back and I have to just like calm down and go, okay, this is what we can do right now. It's a pattern. Yeah. So there we have it. I hope y'all have a great night, though. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being patient while I'm trying to figure out this streaming mess, because right now I can only see your comments from my phone. I know. I'm going to figure this out. I am. But I hope y'all have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. Until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.